and we're starting the food tour here at Burger King. I'm kidding, people, relax.
My second day in Istanbul began with my first attempt to ride the public transportation system. The stations and trains were very clean and safe feeling, but the ticket system is kinda confusing. Not only do they not sell a day pass like in so many other major cities, but the machines also only take certain bills, which left me heading back up out of the station again, going to a supermarket to buy a small bottle of water in order to get change, then going back down into the station to buy a ticket. The prices are very affordable though.
I'm already 5 minutes late.
I had set up a meeting time with a local tour guide named Estefania from withlocals.com to show me around the street food scene in Istanbul and let me know some of the most popular things the locals like to snack on. First stop was this famous shop specializing in pickled vegetables. Not only is it famous because their veggies taste so good and are all grown on their own farm, but it was also used as the setting for a very popular film. Estefania brought me a mix of pickle juice with some veggies in it, which was kind of like a Bloody Mary with no tomato or vodka. Tastes like pickle juice. And I know some people really love pickle juice and sour things, so I could totally understand the appeal of this, but it wasn't something that I thought, oh, I need to figure out how to make this at home. As we go through these treats, please write the name of them in the comments and then a yes or no to let me know if you would want to try them too. For me, would I try the pickle juice again? Maybe. Moving on.
So, pickle juice cocktail down the hatch.
Since Istanbul is surrounded by water with the Black Sea to the north and the Sea of Marmara and the Mediterranean to the south, of course it's a great place for fans of seafood. Fresh fish, lobster, clams, mussels are all over the place in the Bioglu neighborhood, and after dark, these restaurants get very crowded. We stopped at a small cafe to try some fried sardines, mussels with rice, and the very popular kokoreç, which is basically fried baby goat intestines. Estefania said this is the late night snack that you grab when you've had too much to drink or a perfect hangover cure for the next morning. I left the tasting of these things to Estefania and her husband, but I did go for an iron yogurt drink. We have these in Germany too, and actually, it's not a sweet yogurt drink like you might know from your favorite Indian restaurant. It's pretty salty. To be honest, after that pickle juice, I couldn't finish it. Another very popular street food snack in Istanbul is the doner and shish kebab. If you're a fan of Anthony Bourdain, you might recognize the place we stopped at. Here, they grill the meat and veggies freshly and wrap them up in a warm tortilla-like bread. Mine was a veggie-only mix with cold cabbage, tomatoes, onions, parsley, as well as some warm grilled peppers and a creamy yogurt sauce. Speaking of sauce, instead of having a bottle of hot sauce on the table or little packets, I got some mini peppers, and let me tell you, these tiny things were packing a punch. Where are my hot and spicy fans out there? Let me know if you would brave these peppers. One tiny little nibble was all I needed. Altogether, this warm veggie doner was really great, and I'm sure the flavor was intensified because the veggies and bread are grilled right next to the meaty juices of the lamb, but I just tried to ignore it and think about the extra protein I was getting. Before we move on to the sweet stuff, let me remind you to subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Coming soon, I'll be talking about my experience in the traditional Turkish hammam bath, and you don't want to miss it. We couldn't finish this foodie tour without getting something sweet as well as some Turkish coffee, so Estefania took me to one of her favorite bakeries where we picked out 3 sweet treats. If you've never tried real, traditionally made baklava, you are missing out. This is a mix of layers of crispy phyllo dough with nuts and some kind of sweet component, usually honey, but sometimes it's also made with syrup or chocolate. The baklava we got there was so light and crispy, yet also sweet and chewy. I could have just kept eating and eating more of this until my stomach hurt.
This is a baklava with pistachios. This is baklava with walnuts. And this is something else called, what's it called again?
Saraman.
Saraman.
Full of pistachio.
Okay. Saraman, that sounds like the evil guy in Lord of the Rings. It doesn't taste as evil as it sounds.
We tried different kinds filled with walnuts and pistachios, and Estefania also convinced me to try a Turkish coffee.
It's like coffee syrup. It's very thick. But it definitely has that taste of coffee. There's no being confused about what it is you're drinking here.
Seriously, this is a very concentrated formula. Have you ever had coffee like this? I prefer my decaf mocha with almond milk. I know, call me extra, but I would have this again. Like I said, in the next video, I'll be telling you about visiting a traditional Turkish bath and getting manhandled by a furry-bellied daddy on a hot slab of marble. If that sounds like fun to you, then make sure you check back soon.